Hi guys, Kelly Wright with Peace, Love, and Wellness, bringing you a quick 10 to 12 minute flow. So if you'll begin on your mats, we're going to start in a standing position. We're going to root through the four corners of our feet, find length through the spine, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Let them soften down away from the ears. Bring the palms to face forward. Begin to notice your breath. Begin to lengthen that breath, breathing in through the nose all the way down into the belly. Letting the belly rise as you inhale and fall as you exhale. If you want, you can take a moment to close the eyes, helping to bring the focus from everything going on outward to everything happening inward. If you'd like to set an intention for this quick flow, feel free. Maybe it's a word, maybe it's just keeping that connection, mind, body, and soul throughout the next 10 minutes. Good. From this pose, we're going to inhale, lifting the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinging back down. 2 more times. Inhaling, lifting the arms, lifting the gaze if it feels okay on the neck. Exhale, hands back down to the side. Last one. This time we're going to hinge at the hips, reaching the hands down. Not being too forceful here. If the hands reach, go ahead and let the head kind of relax, letting the head hang heavy. If that's too intense right now, you can bring the hands to the tops of the thighs, creating a nice flat back. And wherever you're at, we're going to keep this right sole of the foot flat to the mat. We're just going to bend the knee. Exhale, come back to center. Switch it out. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, center. Continuing this, creating balance through the hips, finding a little stretch through the hips. Again, you might have the hands down to the floor. Good. Bend both knees, engage the core. Inhale the arms up, coming into a chair pose. And we're going to hold here for a few breaths. Tuck the tailbone, pull the belly button in and up. Lift the heart, lift the gaze if it's available. Feeling that warmth start to build in the quads. We're going to exhale the hands down to the sides, keeping a bend through the knees. Continuing to breathe. Continuing to remain calm, even though the quads might be starting to get a little uncomfortable. Option to stay right here, or we can flip those palms to the front of the room, engaging the triceps. If you want to engage them a little more, you can even bring the hands a little further back. Good, and now we're just going to find a little bit of a flow. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, back to our chair variation. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chair, bring those arms back, palms facing forward. Inhale up. Exhale. 4 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale the hands down to the side. Make sure you're at the top of the mat. We're going to step that right foot back, coming into a warrior. So we're going to cartwheel the arms in line, straight out in line with the shoulders. The heel of that left foot is in line with the arch of the back. Warrior 2. Tuck that tailbone, make sure the booty's not sticking out. Find length through the spine. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Sink deeper into that pose if it's available, making sure that the knee stays stacked over the ankle. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, take it back to warrior. Again, finding that flow. Finding a hold and stillness, and then bringing movement. Three more times. Two. And one. Inhale, lift up. Bring those right toes forward. Exhale, hinge at the hips here. And I'm gonna reach for a block. You can have a block, or if the hands come down to the floor, that works as well. We're gonna bring the hands right underneath the head. We're creating a nice tall spine. So from a side view here, my hands aren't down by my feet. They're out underneath the shoulders, underneath the head space, and my back is as flat as possible, creating as much length through the spine. And from here, we're going to hold, pressing through the outer edges of the feet. And then as we inhale, our right arm is going to come up. Maybe we just lift the arm. If it feels okay on the neck and isn't too much of a strain, we'll lift our gaze as well. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, switch to the other side. Exhale, back to center. Continue this flow, connecting breath to movement. Hips are centered and squared. When we lift the arm, we don't let the hips sink. We keep them nice and centered. Pressing even through each foot. Twisting through the core, opening up through the chest. One more time each side. Good. Engaging that core. Nice tall spine. And then we're going to exhale, hinging at the hips, allowing the head and torso to drop down as far as it'll go. Allowing gravity to do the work here. Find a slight bend through the knees. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Bring the arms up over the head, keeping hold of opposite elbows. And then we're going to exhale the arms out to the side. This time the right toes are going to point to the side wall, and we're going to bend in to that right knee for warrior on the opposite side. Holding, finding stillness and strength. Pelvis tucked, belly button in and up, heart lifting, shoulders dropping down away from the ears. Good, we're going to find some movement in this pose. Inhaling, arms up over the head. Exhaling, taking it back. Nice and controlled, keeping balance and connecting breath to movement. Two, and one more. Inhale up. Good, we're gonna bring the right toes forward. Exhaling, hinging at the hips again. Planting the hands to the floor or to that block. Hands are under shoulders and head area, not back by the feet. We're taking that twist through the body again. Keeping one hand in the center, right underneath the head. Inhaling the right arm up. Keeping those hips nice and centered. Exhaling, bringing it back. Inhaling, left arm up. Exhaling, bringing back. One more time each side. Good. Bend through the knees. Roll up. Bring those arms up over the head. Exhale the hands down to the sides. Good. We're going to step the feet up towards the top of the mat. Inhaling the arms up. Exhaling, hinging at the hips. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, planting the hands, bending the knees and stepping the feet back one at a time. From here, we're going to come down to the knees, releasing the feet, drawing those shoulder blades down the back, pulling the belly button in and up, which naturally tucks the pelvis. And then we're going to slowly lower down, keeping the elbows hugged in and pressing up to a cobra or a sphinx position where we come to our forearms. Holding here, finding a little bend through the back, a little opening through the chest. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears, lift the heart up towards the sky, and breathe. Good. If you are in a Sphinx pose, go ahead and press through the hands, lifting up for a little bit of a deeper back bend, and then lower back down. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, lifting the tailbone up and back, coming into our tabletop position. From here, we're going to walk the knees towards the wrists and come down onto the seat, crossing at the ankles or sending them out to one side. Legs come straight out in front. Inhaling, arms up over the head, hinging at the hips, keeping the heart lifting up as we hinge so as to prevent rounding through the shoulders. We keep that heart lifted, shoulders drawing away from the ears, and we hinge. Breathe. Stretching the entire back of the leg, from the ankle all the way up to where the muscles connect to the hip bones. And now we can start to round off, lowering down even more. Noticing the different sensations. Breathing into the backs of the legs. And we're going to continue to breathe as we use our hands to walk the torso back up. We're going to place the hands underneath the sit bones. And this is our first, well actually, I'll show you the supported version. We're going to take a block and we're going to try to aim it so that it's going to go right between the shoulder blades. We can come down onto the block so that the head gently releases down over and the arms come out to the side. We then allow the shoulders to relax down around that block. And we come into a supported fish pose. If you don't have a block, you can use a pillow or a folded blanket as well. Or you can place the hands underneath the sit bones, palms facing down. Pull those elbows in and start to lower down onto the forearms. From here, we're going to lift the heart. Our feet can be either flexed or pointed. You can kind of play around to see what feels better for you. And then we're going to begin to drop the head back as long as it feels okay on the neck. And we're going to continue to breathe. You can use the block for support under the head, or you can shimmy back until the head reaches the floor. The intention of this pose is to keep the heart lifted, opening through the chest and the heart space. So if you want to send your breath there as you breathe, it will be beneficial. One more breath. Go ahead and lift the head. Walk the arms out to the side, releasing the shoulders all the way down to the floor. Hands come down to the sides of the body. We're going to pull the heels in towards the glutes And we're gonna press through those heels, lifting the hips into a bridge pose. You can keep the arms to the side of the body, or you can walk the hands underneath the body, reaching for a clasp. Pressing through the feet, squeezing the glutes and hips up, chin stays tucked to the chest. Breathe deep into the belly. Watch it rise. If you took the clasp, go ahead and release. Hold here for 2 more breaths. Slowly lower down, starting the upper back, and then the mid back, low back. Release the tailbone all the way down. Lift up, tuck the pelvis, and then release the hips the rest of the way down. Extend one leg and then the other. Bring the arms out to the sides of the body, palms up. Take a big breath into the belly. Hold for 3 seconds. And slowly exhale to the count of 6. Allowing all that tension to melt off into the floor. Taking a few moments to just breathe and be. Think about setting a positive intention for whatever's ahead. You can pause this video and take as much time here as you'd like. Please don't skip this step. When you're done, you can roll over onto your side, finding your way up. Just a quick flow to get the body moving, opening up the body, and setting you up for a good day. Thank you guys. I hope you try this. I hope it serves you.